We are live.
Sorry about the delay, folks. Craig said, and I quote, that he had better things to do. So
Yes.
Just a little late here. Craig calls me and tells me he's having internet trouble. No big deal. But then he throws in that he was screaming at the man working on his power lines or something.
I was. It wasn't just me, actually. It was like a whole neighborhood get together.
Why are you ganging up on this guy just doing his job?
So we're like 2 seconds away from going live. I already have the show posted and everything else.
That's why the neighborhood was up in arms.
Yeah.
Like, the Blind Mike project is going live.
They love Blind Mike so much. So
now I understand why they were in an uproar. So
I go out there and I'm like, dude, you couldn't knock on the fucking door and just give me a heads up that you're going to cut the internet. Everyone's in the yard like, I'm trying to fucking work. Like,
what does that sound? Was that about your level when you were talking to him?
What's that?
I want to know what you yelling sounds like.
Oh, I scream. I can't really like imitate it. Like
Come on, give me a little taste.
I called him a cunt cocksucking piece of shit.
I'm a guy doing my job.
That's what
he said. Dress me down.
That's what he said, dude. He goes, I go, dude, I'm fucking working right now. And he goes, so am I. I go, well, knock on my door, dude. You know?
Wow.
I'm
intimidated. That's tough talk.
Then I called him a cunt cocksucking piece of shit. And then I thought to myself, well, this is just
Why would you do that?
Because I was mad, dude. I already switched the time today once, and then this happened, so I felt like an idiot. And then
no. You're the boss. Everyone here. I'm last on the list here.
Oh, we got our first super chat.
Whoa, that's big news.
From Box Eating Dad. It says, I love you, Mike. This is the $5 I got back from changing my VGS sub back down. Thank you for calling me.
I'm glad it's in my pocket now. Thank you.
Thank you for calling me a good egg. Have a great weekend. Love, Commander.
I should have said great egg. I'm sorry, Box Eating Dad. But yeah, we are taking super chats. I don't want to sound like other shows and beg for them, but we are taking them. My one fear with super chats is, by the way, just a way to support the show. We don't have advertising, and based on the way YouTube monetization works, we never will. Limited or no advertising, but
I know. Every other video is also getting like limited because I think it's due to Carlin swearing in the intro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I sent several. Yeah, I sent several messages like, "We don't swear in the first 10 seconds of the show. That's bullcrap." And then
easy there.
Yeah, and then I clicked the one of the shows, and I was like, all right, I'm going to listen. And it was in the intro.
You know what? I'd rather not make it's silly that people are like caving to that. This is not like a censorship thing, but it's like these shows, all these, not mine, obviously, all these big podcasts are bringing in so much for YouTube that YouTube should be saying, do what you want.
I know.
You know, and then there's going to be shit like Nate Bargatze's show where they don't curse, and there's going to be stuff where they do.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, but I did feel it. I was like, no, it's right there.
But now here's my fear with having super chats on now.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to be monitor them in a way that doesn't affect the show. Don't have the show be overruled by super chats, because that's what Kevin Brennan on his show will interrupt every 5 seconds. We got a fucking super chat.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't read them until there's like right about his. If it has something to do with what we're talking about, or if we're about to switch subjects.
Because my one and only criticism, I would never criticize The Boys, a very good show, but if you put a gun to my head, if you put a gun in my mouth and said, after we do this, we're going to kill your girlfriend, your whole family, everyone. You have to come up with a criticism for a very good show. I would say that when I've listened and you guys have taken calls.
Yep.
Can I do a quick impression? This is what Craig taking calls on very good shows.
Shows the last time Mike listened. I don't know when the last time we took calls was.
Well, this is an example for today because we are taking super chats.
Yeah.
So I just want to avoid this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Matt, for example, is telling a story, and he could be saying, and then I leaned into her as she whispered one final sentence in my ear. She called me in. I leaned in. She said, 408, you're on the line. I get so excited that there's a call.
Yeah, no, we haven't taken.
A guy's listening in Rhode Island. We better take this.
Yeah. Fair.
So that's what I want to avoid. Is all I'm saying.
Fair. The chat has appeared to be taking some anger out on Carl, of all people. Right
Carl,
now.
Why?
I don't know.
Beef with Carl. I
want to hear less of Carl's stupid fucking voice. #, fire Carl.
Hey, they have to pay for that. You're not supposed to be reading these.
Yeah, that's right.
Pay if you want us to insult Carl.
Yeah, pay $5.
Give us a few bucks and we'll be happy to do it.
That's right.
No, Carl's a great man. On WATS last night, it shows you how there's moments. I'll use Alba as an example. There's moments when Alba lets out a genuine, like really hard laugh. And that makes me think like, oh, I've never actually made her laugh before. I've never heard that laugh.
Right.
That's like that's a belly laugh. That's like down in your, you can't avoid it.
Yeah. It's almost impossible. My wife, I can't make laugh.
Well, last night I made Carl laugh. I had some line in the middle of a video. And he laughed pretty hard, and then a couple times referenced that I made him laugh. And it made me think like, oh, this is the first time he's actually thought I was funny. The rest was bullshit.
Oh, he saw my Twitter followers and was like, we should start a show.
He's like, this guy actually for once made me laugh.
Can you believe that, people?
Yeah, so we got a lot to get to today. What did I want to start with? Oh, I have to first make a correction from last week.
Yes.
So, when I say people got on me for this, I mean one guy. But I just want to make an example out of this guy. Because if you criticize us for something that we don't deserve criticism for, this is what will happen. We're going to make you sit through this again. All right? So everyone blame this one comment. This is like when you call, hey, if no one tells me who fucking wrote this on the blackboard, then you all get the tension. We're going to listen to Matt Rife's special again because I deserve no criticism for this. Although I did realize after the show and after watching Matt Rife's special, I had that Love Sosa song stuck in my head. It's a good song that he started the special with.
Yeah.
And so it was stuck in my head, and I searched the video. And I saw the intro. So the intro is like essentially an exact replica, although they replace Matt Rife with whoever the fuck they're talking about in this Love Sosa video. And it's essentially like a parody, but they don't really change anything. Everything just it's like not funny. It's almost worse knowing that this is a parody.
Yeah.
It makes the video worse.
I was going to say not almost, it's way worse.
In my opinion. So I was like, oh, that's kind of funny. It's even worse than I thought. And then one guy was like, oh, you piece of shit. How did you not know? So which, I know that's like a popular song for the time, that Love Sosa, but it's not fucking My Way by Sinatra. It's not something we've all heard 10 million times.
It's not even My Way by Limp Bizkit.
I'd rather it be.
Yeah. But I was going to say, before you said it was one guy, I actually had quite a few reach out to me and say this.
Oh, no. Well, everyone else was nice.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
A bunch of people were like, hey, just so you know, that's what that was.
Okay.
Which is a much more reasonable response.
For sure. For sure.
Because it's not a crazy thing that we didn't know that, I don't think. But it makes the video worse. So now what I have to do is show you guys why that doesn't matter. It does not add to Matt Rife's genius that this is a Love Sosa parody. So keep in mind, he's starting his special with this. To my knowledge, this will be something they correct us on next week. Mm-hmm. Is there some connection between like Matt Rife and Chief Keef or something? Is there any reason for this?
Should we play Chief Keef's first? Because I have no clue.
Yes. Yeah. So let's play the one we didn't know about last week and see if it enhances Matt Rife's version at all. So I that's how that song starts, I guess. Mm-hmm. I don't know why that would require public skewering. I don't know why that deserves social commentary. Like, I'm finally going to take this down. It seems pretty normal for like a hip hop song, you know?
Yeah.
So now we have to rewatch Matt Rife's version with the eye that now we know that this Chief Keef's intro exists. I don't know the correlation. I don't know why you would start your special with this unless you want to look cool, I guess, which is ripe for comedy.
So,
but this is Matt Rife's version.
Yeah, I was going to say before, when we watched this the first time, I went, all right, he had his buddy just go, hey, just say something about me before I go on.
Yeah, I thought it was like a hype video or something.
Instead,
which came off douchey.
Yeah.
But it wasn't nonsensical, at least.
And now he heard that and went, I want someone to say that about me.
I need a hype video. Now, here's the thing. The jokes in this, there are like quote unquote jokes, but they're not good enough to warrant this parody.
Yeah. Here it is.
Fuckers online telling me. Always on the internet. Matt Rife ain't about this. Matt ain't about that.
Remember
Matt
we
just
said
a
it
pretty
was Chief Keef in the other one. Remember?
It's Chief Keef.
boy. He don't got jokes. He not even funny to me. Shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas ain't on shit. All y'all motherfuckers talk about is Matt Rife don't sell tickets. Matt a fuckboy. Matt ain't funny. Shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas don't be with that nigga.
You were all so correct, but stop it.
So far, correct.
Blowing up on...
Sorry,
no, go ahead. Let's finish this.
Talking shit. Nigga been doing stand-up since fucking... I don't know when.
4 minutes ago.
Stop playing with him like that. That nigga is savage out here. If I catch another motherfucker talking sweet about Matt Rife, I'm fucking beating their ass. I'm not fucking playing no more. You know that nigga Steve grandson?
When did talking sweet become a bad thing?
Don't trip on everyone's laughter. Give them a few minutes to recover. They're all at home. You got to remember, we're in here. We're pros.
That's true.
So we just let it sit. But they're at home trying to, my belly hurts, Mike. Stop it.
Stop. My belly hurts.
Yeah. So I don't know why the people that were like, hey, just so you know, that's a love. So's the intro to the song he used. Totally makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine why you would be like, hey, fuckhead, just so you know, you're missing genius in here. It's lost on me. Now, I know it exists now, but it's still lost on me. I apologize.
Yeah.
I will say about Matt Rife, I looked at his TikTok in hopes me and Carl could use it on WATS. He's not like an untalented stand-up. You know what I mean? Like his TikTok is all crowd work.
Yeah.
Not necessarily for me, but it's no worse than other crowd work that's out there all over Instagram and TikTok.
He's no Gergio.
He's certainly no Gergio. Unfortunately, Gergio has not posted very often lately.
I think he started getting crushed by like...
yes, I wonder if he feels exposed.
The bonfire and everything. People can figure out that the most real-looking pictures are Photoshopped somehow from looking at them, so that's got to be an easy one.
Yeah. I wonder. One of our correspondents reached out to me and said they were thinking about going to a Pete Gergio show. I wonder if they ever did.
Oh, I think we would have heard that.
Well, if it's ever in your schedule, let me know, folks. I'd love to hear.
Super chat from Suburban Tug Time. Doesn't say anything. Just thanks, pal.
Oh, what a guy. Thank you, sir. All right. So I think that properly squashes that Matt Rife beef that we had. That classic Matt Rife feud.
Now you're going to get, that's not what I meant when I said.
I got to correct it next week.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind, guys. Next time if you want to have an angry comment, remember, we'll do that. We'll have to revisit it and we'll all have to sit through it. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah.
The class will pay for this. You'll all get homework. So now I guess another thing we have to address from last week is this hack ride business.
Buckle up, folks.
The guy just gets weirder and weirder.
And I like him more and more every time.
I think I've decided I like him. I think that's where I'm landing right now. But he does do weird stuff. First of all, if you missed last week's program, Hack Ride, our social media guy, has been putting in like promotions for his stuff at the end of our videos without asking me, which is just a weird look. I'm not even like mad, like how dare you step on the Blind Mike brand. It's more like that's where our website should be. You know, I don't think it's going to turn me into a millionaire suddenly, but on the off chance someone stumbles upon that clip and likes it, they should at least know what show they should watch.
The perfect case scenario would have been one of these videos somehow hit an algorithm and got like 3 million views.
Sure. Yeah, that's the best case scenario. Now, when I mentioned this to Hack Ride, and one of the things he informed me of. So this week, he sent in a video response, which we'll get to. But I said, hey, like, genuinely, is there anything you want? Like, what should I be plugging for you? Because I appreciate you cutting clips for us and everything. Plug away in all seriousness. And he goes, yeah, I don't really have anything. Maybe I will eventually. I was like, so those were fake? He was just doing it for no reason.
But he could have even put, like, Blind Mike Project, all that stuff, and then just put his Twitter handle in the corner or something.
Right. Yeah, use it like Craig uses my website. Just at the bottom, you put his shit.
Yeah, exactly.
What were you going to say?
Super chat from Titan says, Viva la Ojeda, sappers clear the way, jackaloons.
I did some Ojeda scanning this week. Nothing really caught my eye.
Yeah.
One thing I would say, I think we could get him... was Kirk replaying that video this week? You remember the like We Too Low Holy Fook video?
I don't know. I
got the newscaster to say those fake names. I think it was Kirk that mentioned it the other day.
I was actually talking about it at lunch the other day. So
it's still at the front of everyone's mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I heard them reference that the other day. I think Ojeda is a great candidate for that. He does roll call twice during his show.
Interesting.
So just keep that in mind. I think it's from his Facebook feed. So you guys are going to have to watch on Facebook, but he rattles off some names at the beginning. He does roll call. So just keep that in mind, folks. It's worth, and you know, if you get a win, if Nick Gurr is watching, then let me know.
Or Steve Kerr's son.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So this Hack Ride situation. Let's start with what's the message he sent you? Did you send me a screenshot?
Oh yeah, I said I was fearing for my life.
Yeah, so this is what he sends Craig. Mind you, this is a guy we don't know at all.
at all. I'm so in on this guy. It's not even funny. Let me see. He sent several messages and
yeah, he's a typer.
He said, right under the bus I go, ... Oh, Craig, remember what they say about newsmen. Don't piss them off because they buy ink by the barrel. I put your name on a barrel today, Craig. Name on a barrel.
What does that mean?
I don't know. And then 2 days later, he goes, I edited the clip and watched in its entirety tonight. I love you too, Craig. Because he didn't want.
It'll be so great if Craig ends up dead. From this. I'm not saying I'm wishing for it. I'm just saying it would be fun.
1,000% gonna be.
Would you admit that would be worth it?
Oh, for sure. Because
that'd be a fun bit.
Because I carry, so I don't think he's gonna come at me. I'm gonna get like sneak attacked, poisoned or something
in the middle of the night. Something.
Yeah.
And then in this week's batch of clips, he sends me the regular videos that are on social media everywhere right now. And he also sent me this 3.5-minute video that's like a compilation of every clip that's involved him. So every time we've talked about him, he put together a compilation of that and titled it The Hack Ride Saga. As if I'd be like, you guys got to see this. Remember the 3 times we mentioned this guy? Here they are.
I will say he's been on my mind a lot.
And so last week I said, hey, can you come on the show next week? I just meant we'd have him on for a couple minutes. We'd get to know him a little bit. We'd maybe understand what he was going for by plugging all of his shit in our videos. Get to know Hackride a little bit. And he originally said yes and informed me he'd have to buy all sorts of equipment, which I found odd.
Which, by the way, appears he did.
Yeah, I was like, it's not worth it. Just say no to me. Or come on, be on your phone. I don't care.
Right. Just call in even.
But then he had a scheduling. He said yes at first, and then he had some sort of scheduling conflict pop up. He said, it looks like I'm going to have to send a video instead. I said, oh, okay, that's fine. I wanted to see kind of what he came up with. And disappointed would not be the right word at all. It's definitely not disappointed. It's just not what I thought it would be. But here's Hackride, I guess.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I would first like to thank Blind Mike for giving me the opportunity to address this situation.
Okay, so already I'm very confused.
That is the last thing I'm going to see.
Why? There's no way he has that accent, right?
I don't know what kind of filter he's got on that voice, but like I said, if he didn't have equipment, he's now got exactly what I have.
Well, just so Hackride knows, this is the only way he can communicate with us now. If he's ever on live or whatever, he has to figure out a way to do he needs the voice modulator, he needs the accent, he needs the demon or whatever he is in this video.
Yeah.
That's the only way that's how we know Hackride. So he can't be involved in the program in any other fashion.
Pride. I edit social media clips for Blind Mike, and yes, I am a comedy demon. Quick story. One day, minding my own business in the Sandusky.
He's making his own, like, SpongeBob-esque cartoon here. He's just got his own Hackride animated series.
I do like how he's got a shirt and tie on. That is funny.
Room. I merely pose the question, don't pre-baptismal cancer kids seem like a giant loophole in the soul collection and retrieval?
Okay, go back, because this is where he really lost me.
I don't get it at all.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And by the way, these are our exchanges. And then sometimes we'll have like brief human interactions.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was commenting on some episode we did recently. I can't remember what it was. Well, why are you laughing or something? And he said something about, you know what? It was Matt Rife, I think. He was talking about Matt Rife. And he was talking about older comics and trying to emulate guys like Carlin and shit like that. And he mentioned Bo Burnham. And I just said, I was like, it's funny you say that. I've actually always compared Bo Burnham to Carlin. And he replies, look at us, talking comedy, kissing emoji. I'm like, can't you just have a normal interaction with me, you cocksucker? We were two human beings for once.
He sounds like an eggplant, like the wet symbol.
So this is where he lost me. I can't understand what he's talking about here.
Pose the question, don't pre-baptismal cancer kids seem like a giant loophole in the soul collection and retrievement system?
Don't pre-baptized.
Go back. One more time. Go further back so we get the full context.
Dusky room. I merely pose the question. Don't
further back.
There we go.
Social media clips for Blind Mike. And yes, I am a comedy demon. Quick story. One day, minding my own business in the Sandusky room, I merely posed the question, don't pre-baptismal cancer kids seem like a giant loophole in...
Don't pre-baptismal cancer kids seem like a giant loophole in soul collecting?
Okay, so he's committing to the demon character, I guess.
And he's in the Sandusky room torturing him.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry. He's not just a demon when it comes to this show. He lives... in Satan's lair, apparently.
Oh, he's like his right-hand man.
I thought he was a demon focused on us, but he's like got a backstory. That's fun.
I merely posed the question. Don't pre-baptismal cancer kids seem like a giant loophole in the soul collection and retrievement system? Well, word got to Dad, and now Hackride is here amongst you starched mortals. I guess Pops figured the only thing worse than eternity in hell was eternity as a social media editor for a mid-level podcast and YouTube show.
I gotta say, I appreciate mid-level. Thank you.
That's pretty nice. Pretty nice.
That's a bump up.
Friend of the program, Hackride.
That's funny, though.
Yeah, it is funny.
See, he can be funny, but he's also very weird. I don't know. He's like a... I'm trying to think.
I would never have the balls to try to pull something like this.
No, that's very good. It's very clever.
Yeah.
He is the Jordan of torture.
I didn't catch that line. He said, "You're the Jordan of torture." That's pretty funny.
Okay.
Social media editor for a mid-level podcast and YouTube show. He is the Jordan of torture. Which brings us to the issue at hand and the accusations against my work for the Blind Mike project. I have been accused.
There were no accusations. It happened. This is why it's so weird, because this is like he's making a funny video,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
But like he's not. I don't think he understands what we were talking about.
Or he's.
So this is what I mean, where it's like there's something about him I like, but I can never actually get through to the guy. I'm never talking to the guy.
I have a feeling
I'm talking to this all day, every day. I'm talking to whatever this is.
You know what's funny is now this is all I'm going to picture when he messages me, and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, sir."
Let me get this right. Using Blind Mike's airwaves and intertubes to promote my own brand and agenda, to steal precious time and listeners away from this, Mike's cute little hobby, his broadcasting career, to these accusations. I plead guilty. I have used Blind Mike's own disabilities against him for my own nefarious purposes. But what are those purposes, you may ask? Why use someone else's media reach to further my own mysterious needs? Find out on the new show, The Hackride Show.
He's kind of funny, right?
Yeah. It is this beautiful video.
Yeah. Yeah, very well done. And then I got to go back to it. The most bizarre part is that I'm like, hey, all seriousness, what do you want to promote? He's like, nothing. I think he said he's working on like an album or something. He's a music guy.
Yeah.
So I think he's going to have something soon. We'll see.
The chat is like on a roller coaster right now, going like
How do they feel about it?
They're like, I'm in on this guy, and then some other part happened. Like, I fuck him, and and now like Kirk 5K says this is wild.
It's crazy. Imagine. Can you imagine if after like, I'm trying to think. If after like Steve Robinson editing audio on Kirk's show, let's say. Mm-hmm. If the next day, like Steve just didn't show up, but he sent this video, what the fuck is going on?
This is the video you find online after 3 podcasts and end up missing. But this is not over.
No, yeah, there's a little more.
That would have been a good spot to end for internet purposes, but let's continue.
We own that much.
Hackride Show on Blind Mike's air. What did you think, Mike? Did you think I would not use you again? Why the name Hackride, you say? Well, that's my demon name. See, I'm trying to go back to hell, and most of the time we hide our names from dimwits like you. But we all can't be as lucky as that bee.
Did you take offense to
Dimwits.
I caught 0 strays in this, by the way, which I was stunned.
I kept expecting a Craig dig, and I never got one.
I think because he said he loved me before he made this. I think we're
bullshit.
I said I loved him last week, so I think that saved me from this. Maybe I'll be his first. I'll be the first guest on the Hackride Show.
No, how exciting.
Loving Candyman prick. Ooh, say my name 3 times and I can go anywhere. Fuck that. Fuck you, Dad. How's this loophole? So yes, I, Hackride and the Demon, and I took
The
advantage.
dad stuff feels, that's where I'm like, It feels real. Like I feel like he might be insane. Also.
Oh, it took you this long to come to that conclusion?
I'm just saying I can't tell if he's just a quirky guy or if there's genuinely some demons there. Pardon the pun, but
I mean, there's got to be something going on.
that wouldn't be a pun, would it? I don't know. Whatever it is.
A blind man. It is my nature.
Oh, wait, that was a good part. I kind of fucked it up there. Hold on.
So yes, I, Hackard am a demon, and I took advantage of a blind man. It is my nature. In the future, when I do
He's done this
other
before.
evil, dastardly, ghoulish things, refer back to this video. And remember to catch the Hackright Show now on the Blind Mike Network. And as always with the Hackright Show, let's see who we can offend. Oh!
That was funny.
That is funny. But that also gives you a little taste of these messages we get. We got to play that. I'm sorry.
I got to play and let's play it without the sound so everyone can see.
Make sure you go to whatever these plugs are. I don't know if they exist, but
It's all Hackright. Go to his YouTube.
that video also gives you a little insight into his messages too, because like it's not concise. There's a lot. It's funny, but then there's points like where you were right, where he's like, it should have ended with like, subscribe to the Hack Ride Show, but then it keeps going. Those are his messages. Where at every turn, I think certainly this is the last sentence, right?
Yeah.
Nope.
Chat's back in on him.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think we like Hack Ride a lot. I think he's our guy now, right?
I fully endorse the Hackright Show.
Yeah. Now, one day he will turn on us.
One day, it's not going to end well for sure.
Yeah, it'll end very messy, but I don't know. I hope he likes us.
And by end messy, it's going to be him not wanting to do this anymore and pissed at us for something and us going, what? What
Yeah, what? What do we do?
What would I do to you?
All right, so we're Team Hack Ride, I guess. Go listen to his show that doesn't exist, and whenever he has music come out, I'll tell you where to find it.
Super chat from Tyler says, is Hackride ... Matt Carano?
That does feels a little Corona.
It's not, but that would be very funny.
Yeah, that's a funny call. That's a good call.
Yeah, he's being told to be kept in line in the chat.
All right, that cleans everything up from last week. And something we didn't get to is Alec Baldwin. So we had a quick little Alec Baldwin video, which we'll play first, and then we'll tell you the big news about our guy.
Oh, big news is understatement of the century, Mike.
He's got some very exciting news, and I'm praying for a video at some point.
Yeah, but this is
there has to be a video response. And also, I think that's why these videos have started up again. I think he sensed something was coming.
Yeah, his bank account drained significantly somewhere.
So this is the last message that he posted to Instagram.
Coming into the city, a little bit of traffic here at the Henry Hudson GW Bridge. Had some time to kill.
Oh, I just want to be clear here. I'm killing time that is not co-workers on the set of my movie, Rust, which will be premiering this summer. I just want to be clear about that. Time is the only thing I'm guilty of killing.
Imagine sitting in traffic, spilling coffee on your lap. Fuck. And then you just turn to your right and you see Alec Baldwin filming a selfie video in traffic.
Let me do that one again.
You see a beep, beep, beep. Alec, is that you?
Now, this is... He's a fucking 70-year-old guy or whatever Alec Baldwin is.
Is he that old?
Probably not. 60 maybe. But he just pops on Instagram for this purpose.
Yeah, be like, this is what I'm doing. Hold on, I'm typing how old is Alec Baldwin because that just blew my mind. 65. Oh my God.
That blows your mind? How old do you think he is?
I would have been like 58.
Okay, I don't know if that's a mind-blowing difference.
I don't know. That's like a big difference from the 50s and the 60s. That's when you start deteriorating.
58? No, 65.
Well, in my head, I still am going with the 70 thing.
Holy shit!
Well, it's crazy. He does not look
I
60.
thought this guy was. You look 7 years younger.
So if you go up to a 17-year-old,
I'm gonna blow my head off.
if you go up to a 17-year-old and they go, "I'm 17," I'd be like, "Oh, I could have sworn you were
Clearly
7."
a much bigger difference.
Clearly, you could have been 7. That would have been nuts.
Well, that'd be a 10-year difference, but still, yes, that's a
Same idea.
major difference.
But I don't know.
You're
You
not
just,
thinking of percentage of age. Yes, of course, a 7-year-old and a 0-year-old are different.
people are on my side.
Bullshit.
No, I can't put
Super
the.
chat us to prove it.
I can't. I was gonna say I can't put their chats on the screen anymore.
I don't believe the the freebies.
Had some time to kill. I thought I would.
That would have been great if he said her name by accident. I got some blank, whatever. I forget her name to kill, and he was like, "Oops."
Time and you know what else to kill. I've already done enough killing. Time is the only thing left.
Time to kill. I thought I would take a moment to say, Años feliz to Caroline Ray. The one and
Hold on,
only
there's so much there. First of all, the Spanish is apparently rubbed off in the household.
Yes.
I assume that means happy birthday.
Out the list to it again. Feliz cumpleaños. I think it's happy birthday.
I don't know what the fuck he said, but like, imagine that's what like a high school girl would do. Is like, hey, just popping on to say happy birthday to my girl Sarah. You know? Yes. Now I'm going to do a little twerking for all of you, and then I'll be engaging in the Benadryl challenge. So. I want to do a shout out to all my boys back home. The party last night was litty, and we had a terrific time.
If he ever says Liddy, dude, that would be the best.
Ay Dios mío. Last night we had a real birthday bash. We all said "Ay caramba." It was a marvelous evening.
We had some arroz con pollo.
Yes. Buenos noches, friends.
Años feliz to Caroline Ray. The one and only Caroline Ray. Happy birthday.
The smile at the end was disgusting. Oh my god.
Do you not have her number, Alec?
He licks his fucking lips and then just smiles and ends it.
Why are you telling us? Just text Caroline Ray. I'm sure you can get a hold of her. It's such a bizarre thing. Like Caroline Ray, no one, I would say most people following him are not thinking like, I wonder what Caroline Ray is up to. She's celebrating a birthday this week?
Oh, I should have checked to see if he tagged her in the post, because like otherwise, who gives a fuck?
Then it's psychotic if he didn't. I'm sure he must have.
Please follow my wife's best friend.
Caroline Ray, she's a smidge under 1 million followers.
You know, ever since
to say Años Feliz. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but I am Hispanic, just like my wife and children.
Yeah, ever since the Rush shooting, my wife's gotten a lot less mouthy.
She stopped posting altogether. She hasn't posted in a while. I mean, she posts, but not like videos.
How can you be born in fucking Brookline and pull that? That is insane.
She's a young Latina. What do you want from her?
What was her maiden name? Like Williams?
Thomas?
Yeah, I was gonna say like Smith.
Yeah. So the big news: Alec Baldwin. Charges dropped. Is that right?
Charges dropped.
So what do we got? Give me the skinny here. What's the scoop? What's the buzz?
No one knows yet. All they know is that they're dropped, but the details of it haven't come out yet. That's why I'm speculating he's dropped a fat bag of cash somewhere.
I showed up at the husband's doorstep and I said,
"Please take this.
Be a real shame if anything happened to your children. I think you know very well what I'm capable of. If you've seen any of my Instagram activity, You do know that I'm clinically insane, yes?
Let me see if there's been an update to this story, because I sent this yesterday.
Yeah.
It's
interesting too, because my thoughts are that he popped back on Instagram because he was aware this was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, in a statement to the Post, Baldwin's lawyers, Luca Nikas, I'm going to say that slowly because that could have came out terrible, and Alex Spiro said, "We are pleased with the decision to dismiss the case against Alec Baldwin, and
I'd imagine so, yeah.
we encourage a proper investigation into the facts and circumstances of this tragic accident."
And saying, as far as our client being freed of murder charges, we're pleased.
I don't know if we'll ever
That's
know.
the word I would use to describe it. We are pleased with that.
Yeah, I mean, the only way the charges could be dropped is, they put a picture of the body cam in. Ugh.
Really?
Yeah, I don't need to see that. That was weird.
I didn't realize there was.
Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. All right, it's not funny.
Jesus.
But the picture above it is Hilaria, Alec, and their new baby hugging and kissing on the street. And I keep scrolling, and the next picture is the woman and the other guy on the ground shot.
Her children probably wish her mother was coming home, as you see in this picture. A nuclear family, something that family will never get.
So, I mean, if it's dropped, the husband dropped him, right? Is that how it works?
Can he do that? Is that how murder works? Can you be like, hey, no, we're cool with it?
I actually have no fucking idea.
know?
I have no idea.
Because then all you got to do is conspire with someone's husband to be like, let's take this broad out.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine that's the case.
He had the gun. He says he pulled the hammer back. It fired, and she was killed. The experts will look at it and make any determinations. We don't think this was caused by any defect in the weapon. No shit.
It's almost like the gun wasn't even really in my hands when you think about it. If you look at it that way, it's as if I wasn't even the one holding it.
That's funny.
So shout out to Alec Baldwin. Hopefully this means some more Instagram videos. We got to get back on that grind, baby.
Oh, they're the best.
Get that social media game up, playa.
He's like, I'm an artist. I can't wait to see, I cannot wait to see Rust.
I'm going to be doing the Tide Pod Challenge this week. Here we go. Boy, do these look tasty.
Yeah, he'll probably do it too, but like fill it with like toothpaste or something.
I do like the image of him getting into all the social media trends.
Yeah, but he's late, so he's gonna do like the ice bucket challenge next week.
Yes, and I'd like to challenge Caroline Ray. And again, happy birthday.
he's gonna be like, I challenge Martin Scorsese, and just to get anyone's attention, be like, I'm free now. Hint, wink, wink.
Speaking of free, though, that's why he said in that last video where he's like, little movie you may have heard of. It doesn't matter now if you connect me to that murder because Daddy's free of all charges.
Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna go see it for sure.
Good for you.
I have.
It's important to support films like that, I think.
I feel like you have to at this point, right?
Sure. Yeah. Well, hey, the husband does get some money out of it, so look at it that way, I guess.
I mean, even if he got every cent this thing made, I don't think it's going to be that much.
You really flip-flopped on this. You said it was going to be a box office smash last week.
I did, but now that he's innocent, people are going to be pissed again.
Yeah. Yeah, it does lose some of the luster.
Yeah, if Alec Baldwin was in jail, I'd be like, oh, let's go fucking see this thing.
Right. Shout out, Alec. Good for you. Walk free, baby. Walk tall.
Amazing.
All right. What should we go to next? We got Dalia?
We got Dalia, Danny, and SNL.
Oh, let's do Polish Chuck, because this is big. This is big doings here.
Yeah, it is.
And by the way, I'm being serious here. Don't ever tell anyone to attack someone on my behalf. I like Danny Polish Chuck, so don't fucking tell. I see people like messaging Danny like, "Hey, fuck you." And I mentioned it to Craig, and he's like, "Yeah, I told everyone to do that." And I'm like, "Well, don't. I like him. He's a nice guy."
See, in my head, I'm like, "Oh yeah, go plug the show, not tell him you're gonna kill his family."
Yeah, don't, because there are shows that do very well. I'm on one of them that are good at confrontation. I'm not. So I don't want to be part of some fucking war like that I have no interest in starting.
Right.
But our boy Danny Polishchuk, you guys may remember the Peter Schickele episode of Why You Laughing?
Schickele?
Which we probably, or I should say I probably overreacted in like worrying about that episode. Because it is an odd, it stands out as like a funny, weird thing.
Right.
So I was probably too like paranoid about how it came off. But we were supposed to talk about Adam Sandler, and we got sidetracked by this guy, Peter Schickele, who's been nominated for Grammys. So we're going to hear Danny on Ari Shafir's podcast talk about this. And there's two things I want to focus on. You know, he could have thrown Daddy a little plug here, and he didn't. But also, I think it's hilarious the wormhole he's gone down with this.
What did you want to tell me about? This is an interesting thing.
This is an interesting thing. This is a bit of a conspiracy. This is have you ever had in my opinion, it's a conspiracy. It's a comedy conspiracy. Have you ever had anybody bring on a comedy conspiracy?
A comedy conspiracy. I like that. No.
Okay.
So let me think. No, I don't think so.
Okay, so I was on a podcast.
Yeah.
And
use the laptop for this week.
Hey, what podcast, Danny? Come on.
Man, I really wish I knew which one it was when this whole thing happened.
It's not like Ari has a bunch of listeners or anything, you know? Well, so I will say that's the only part where I was like, Danny, what the fuck? And he did bring up his tweets because he bent the knee.
Let me.
Unless he's being sarcastic here. That's the thing about this guy. I never know with him.
I don't think so.
I don't think he is. No, I think he's just a nice guy.
I do too. Let me pull these up.
So I said it was a shame that Danny didn't give us credit for being the ones that sent him down this path of insanity.
Yeah. That's not the right one. Yeah. You tweeted that out, and then he says, I want this fucking come up. My bad, Mike.
No, I just want everyone to listen to this fully. If you're one of the people who was like, hey, cunt, give Mike some credit here. You sack of shit.
If you see what I did, I just kept posting the episode of Why You Laughing under all of this stuff.
Craig's pointing bra bombs at the Boys Cast studios. He's got me in some shock jock war with him.
We got to stay ready just in case. I'm keeping the guys
Meanwhile,
loose.
Danny's like, hey, buddy, so sorry about that. My bad.
Notice he still didn't retweet the show. But anyway.
It's true.
My bad, Mike. It was because of going on your show that I went down this path. I'll be sure to credit you if I ever get to make the doc.
Well, thank you, Danny. Now, meanwhile, maniacs are like, listen here, you talentless hack.
I know people are like, Craig doesn't add anything to Why You Laughing, and Mike's like, oh, he Googles. I Googled that, motherfucker. I got the Peter Schickele ball rolling.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah, I had to look it up, and I was like, you guys heard of this guy? And he's like, no. I'm like, he won 4 years in a row. And that's
true.
That's how it started. And then, Mike, you quote tweeted, said pure class.
Yes, I did.
And then this is why at first I was like, is he fucking with you? This one, when he said meant zero disrespect, my man, that's when I went, oh, he's not.
Yeah, he says meant zero disrespect. Meanwhile, McFuss Daddy's like, I'm going to pipe bomb your house, bitch.
He's still not being nice in the chat right now.
He's a good man. Don't ever involve me in shock jock. Leave that for the very good show.
Yeah.
So now I just want to focus on that episode. Literally has sent him, like, I think he's going to make a documentary about this. Listen to this.
You know what? We're going to find out that he killed himself over this, and it's going to be our fault.
Yeah. And then the blood will be on your hands, guys.
I have some. Sorry, I can't read those anymore.
No, you can if they're fine. I'm kidding about that.
Someone said they made a Grindr account with his face all over it already.
Because you don't do that stuff. He's a good guy.
That's funny. Let's continue these videos.
I don't think so.
Okay, so I was on a podcast.
Yeah.
Oof, and
use the laptop for this. We can look up facts.
Cool. Okay, so I was on.
It'd be great if Ari was like, "Oh, what podcast you want to plug it?" He's like, "No, don't worry about it." Anyways,
that would have been good.
Let's not get sidetracked.
Yeah, would that have been worse, or him going, I forget the name?
That would have been rough, because I'm sure he did actually.
I know.
Actually hoping you would have it, because there's something I wanted you to get I don't know if you've watched anything of this guy.
I tried not to.
Okay. So I was on this podcast and we were talking about Adam Sandler.
Oh, sorry. For the listeners at home, a podcast is like internet radio.
Correct. Yeah. Sorry. So I was on this podcast. We were talking about like Adam Sandler's
That's some bullshit. That was falling asleep.
First album.
But then,
what was his first album? That horse shit that I picked for the episode.
No, that's why. Again, listening to this, I was like, he's not trashing us at all. He's like, he probably just didn't remember the name of the podcast.
I believe that.
But he's like, oh yeah, we were talking about this, and then we went down this road.
Right.
Not
the one with.
I was pointing out that I'm like, how can he not remember the name of the album? That's what I meant, because he picked it, didn't he?
I can't remember the name of the album either, to be honest with you.
They're all gonna laugh.
They're all gonna laugh at you. Yeah.
They're all gonna laugh at you.
Yeah,
But-
that was a great one.
Amazing.
Sketch. Only really no stand-up.
No stand-up. No, it was sketches and there were some songs, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember being like, he won the Grammy for that, right? And then as we're talking, someone was like, yeah, I think so. And I go,
retards started Googling, and
Yeah, that's the thing though. He takes credit for Googling.
I don't know though. Let me look it up.
It was the most popular album
It
when
was
it came out.
insane.
We all
That's the first one. Yeah.
so now we see him like his descent into madness here. He is obsessed with this because it was months ago, like a few months ago. Remember, I told you that I heard him talking about it with Ryan Long on his show.
Yeah. We got
That's probably 6 months ago at this point.
we got a super chat from Stuttering John.
Hello, John.
It says, stop talking about my ex-wife's new husband.
I don't know if you're aware of this, Craig.
I'm not. I can't wait for you to tell me.
Stuttering John's wife or ex-wife, like banged Adam Sandler when they were in college or something. And Stuttering John mentions that like a point of pride, like it's 1 degree between him and Adam Sandler.
I'm hot enough to get A-list cash. Michael Redden, another super chat, says, hey, I can super chat now. I've been binging your channel this past week. Keep up the great work.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
That's the one thing.
Yeah, subscribe to all the new people. Make sure you're subscribed. Get those numbers up, baby.
Yeah, let's do it.
Somewhat of a segue with the dice thing. Okay, so we're talking about it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go look up because I was like, I'm sure he must have won the Grammy. And I go look it up and I go, who is the fuck is this guy? Peter Schickele.
Peter Schickele.
Okay. If you go look up the Grammy Awards, and now I'm going to say this. Obviously the Grammys are bullshit. Like they
are bullshit.
I have to start.
This is where like he's got red lines connecting. He's like, fuck the Grammys, first of all.
Oh, dude, if you go to his apartment at any time, it's gonna be Charlie Day with the cigarette hanging out of his fingers, like losing his mind with the strings everywhere.
So I start marching my way down to Carol and HR.
Point where like, so people are like, oh, what you think like the Grammys are like what really makes like whatever.
But he was actually, I think we might have clipped it, so in case I won't say it.
All right.
Okay, well then you're not gonna like this. Okay,
for what?
You are not gonna like what I'm about to tell you.
Yeah.
So I go look up Grammy Award winners, right, for comedy album.
Yeah.
And this guy Peter Schickele. I go, and this should have been the year that it would have been Adam Sandler. And so this guy, Peter Schickele, wins the Grammy for Best Comedy Album in 1990, 1991, 1992, and 1993. He beats Dice. Four dice. He beat Dice 4 dice.
From 1990 to 1993,
biggest
Schickele's PDQ Bash recordings earned him 4 consecutive wins for
It's
Grammy
like listening to
Award
us.
Best.
This is what we were doing.
but he makes a great point. He's like, every year before him and after him makes sense.
Yeah, that's a point that like he's found on his own since then. I don't think we got there that every other year was normal. It wasn't like some composer won every year. So there is some like weird conspiracy here, I think. I think Danny's onto something.
There definitely is. We ended up getting to I think we ended up getting to the point where we found out he lived in like a rural town somewhere in a small like house. He found his house.
Oh yeah, and he said so. Danny goes on to say that he's embarrassed by these Graham. Like he doesn't list them on his website or anything
because he thinks they're too funny.
It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. So hopefully we at least get credited in the documentary. You know,
and he's not famous.
He's not only is he not famous. If you go to he's a composer. Okay, he's a classical composer. So when I found out about this, I was like, I'm like kind of a comedy like nerd a bit. I know quite a bit about comedy.
Yeah,
never heard of this guy. Okay,
I know a show you should go on.
You know what? You should pick a topic and come on this program. What's that show? Can't think of the name.
To be fair, I think I do a bad job of explaining what Why You Laughing is, because like Anthony DeVito is the only guy that understood what I meant. I think, other than like Carl, who listened to the show, you know,
yeah.
I don't think anyone else knew what the fuck I was talking about when I was like, it's a history comedy podcast.
Vinny was good and Royce was good.
They were good, but I don't know if Royce knew what I meant, what I said. You know what I mean?
Maybe not.
Because he was like, let's talk about Schaub, and then I turned it into celebrities.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So, like, and I'm like, this makes no sense. If you go to his website, Peter Schickele's website, it doesn't mention the fact that he won 4 Grammys.
Really?
He's like, I don't know if he's embarrassed about it or what. It is, and like, you look at the people he beat. He beat like Kinnison.
Wow.
He beat Dice. He beat.
And I think in those days they were given. Well, let's see who won the Grammys.
He beat. And here's the thing. Okay, so all the years before totally makes sense. You'll look at them and you go, every person who won should have won, and the years after makes sense. It's just those 4 years that make absolutely just go.
It is pretty crazy.
It is funny. I'm like reliving that episode now. I'm like,
So
oh yeah.
I'm glad Danny's keeping the Schickele name alive. So go follow Danny Polishchuk. You know, go see his live shows, watch his special. He's a good man. He's on our team, I think.
Don't threaten him yet.
Yeah.
Yet.
or ever. All right, now we get to the good stuff.
Oh yeah.
I made you guys wait for the goods. We got so I didn't have much, even though we just did an hour, I think. But I was worried we didn't have enough for this week as far as content and videos to get to.
Mm-hmm.
But then I noticed in my YouTube algorithm, an episode of Congratulations with Chris D'Elia pops up. And it's titled The Hardest I've Ever Laughed. Naturally, that caught my attention.
Have to click it.
I'm befuddled at why that's the title, but I found a lot of other stuff to go on. So let's get into some Chris D'Elia here. I figure we haven't talked about him in a while, so it's good to keep an eye on him because he just had a kid.
Yeah, we
Big
haven't
news in the D'Elia world.
We haven't talked
about fucking kids, and now he has one.
So we haven't talked to him since he had that nervous tick of singing Christmas songs when he was lying.
Yeah. So this is his second child that he just had, and boy, there's some interesting stuff in here. Some weird stuff with Chris D'Elia. Since the last time we talked about him, by the way, he did change his YouTube channel name. It used to be like the Super Cult.
Yeah.
And now he's changed it to like Super Good or something like that.
I'll have to.
I can't imagine what documentary might have dropped that caused that.
Let me see what the name is here. Sorry for the ad if the one plays. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Super Good.
Yeah. All right, so let's dive into Chris D'Elia. What do we got here?
This
is just how he starts his show.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
This is just nothing happened before this. This is just, and listen, I mean, I guess if you're a regular listener, you're used to this. D'Elia, for those of you that don't know, does it like Bill Burr style where he just rants for an hour. He vamps. He's by himself and he just talks. And this is just how he starts.
Fancy, man. See, that's the thing. I never know. I wash my hair and then sometimes that day it's banging and then sometimes it's not. It's the next day that's banging. And I wash my hair today and it's banging. And I wash my hair every 3-4 days. And that's what's up, dude. Everyone says I look greasy, and it's all good, my babies. I look greasy, but I'm not greasy, man. I'll tell you what. I'm probably one of the cleanest dudes you know when it comes to
STDs.
You know, smells and all that stuff.
Not when it comes to your marital record, but
That's such a weird sentence. I'm one of the cleanest dudes when it comes to smells and stuff.
but he's arguing with no one. His show starts, and he's like, "Listen, my hair's not greasy. I don't smell." It's like, what are you so defensive about, Chris? What the fuck happened?
I'm not greasy, man. I'll tell you what. I'm probably one of the cleanest dudes you know when it comes to, smells and all that stuff. I brush my teeth all the time, shower all the time.
Wow, all the
I
time
don't do
he brushes his teeth. Not just twice a day like the rest of us. He's doing it around the clock.
That's pretty crazy.
day is wash your hair because I heard it's bad for it. But I don't really know if I subscribe to all that. Maybe it's bad to wash your hair every day, but people are like, you got to leave the grease on it because, it's healthy for the hair. It's not healthy to always wash it. It dries it out. I do what I want when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Well, when it comes to all stuff, I think, Chris. I think you've been pretty clear about doing what you want for a long time.
That's fucking weird thing to talk
weird.
about.
I feel like if I started that podcast, I'd be like, what? Something's cut off here. What am I missing?
Did his wife
Who's he arguing with?
Yeah, did his wife say something?
Hey, I guess the comments got to him. They say his hair's greasy or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah, when you're cleaning your hair once every 4 days, it's not going to look great.
Well, they say you're supposed to. You're only supposed to shampoo your hair like 3 times a week or something.
I do it every day.
Oh, how's your hair?
Solid.
Oh,
It's not the greatest, but it's genetics, baby.
All right, what's next?
What should I talk about first? Let's just talk about the baby. I mean, we had a baby. And
hold on. It's great that that's not top of mind.
What should I talk about? What's new? New?
Well, I'm the only one here, so what's new in my life? Fuck. Yeah, that's right.
What did I do this weekend?
It's another rugrat running around.
Congratulations to me and my wife and Calvin and all of the family members.
Hold on. Go back. We gotta start this clip over. There's so much there that this was, first of all, this was second to hygiene on his mind. In his life, Chris is tackling the topics of the day. Number 1, I don't smell. And I brush my teeth a lot. Number 2, I just brought life into the world.
I'm clean right now. I wash my hair. Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Why'd I do that? Oh, I was covered in afterbirth. That's right.
So there's a lot here where he also, I guess the show is called Congratulations. He's at the front of the line of this congratulations train.
What should I talk about first? Let's just talk about the baby. I mean, we had a baby, and congratulations to me and my wife and Calvin and.
Wow, he puts himself.
Congratulations to me. I did a pretty terrific job dumping a load in this dumb bitch.
Before he gives himself credit before his wife. That's hilarious.
And if you're asking, did she ask you to pull out? No, she doesn't ask any questions about anything.
Well, to be fair, I didn't take my hands off her mouth long enough for her to say.
She never asked. There are 0 follow-ups with this broad.
All of the family members and extended family. And you know what, dude? We got another baby in the log cabin that's going to help build it. His name is William McHenry D'Elia, and he is beautiful, and he's very healthy, and he's strong, too. He rolled over. It's been 5 days, and he already rolled over. That's not common. They say it takes a few months. And
William
William goes
super strong, and he's talking already.
He wrote me a nice letter.
He's talking. He actually gave the doctors some advice on what he should be doing, Yeah,
I just keep having kids, so when they're 13, 14 and their kids their friends bust their balls about me, I have to have that awkward talk about the terrible things I've done to their mom.
That was a long way to go for we all knew where you were going.
Yeah.
And you took 6 different side streets to get there.
It's just fucking crazy.
You were going to the neighbor's house and you went around the block.
Yeah, I did.
No. And rolled over in 5 days. So that's great.
Yeah. He's really strong. He took his first steps the other day, actually.
Yeah.
That was on day 3. Usually that happens a year in, but not. Not with this kid.
I went to put him in the walker and he broke it in half.
Yeah, he's taken a stance on the whole Bud Light trans thing, and it's not what you guys would expect, actually. So, pretty proud of him for that.
Yeah, he painted his nails and had a Bud Light.
All right, the next one is him talking about naming his kid, right?
Yeah, and doesn't know what to call him.
This is, I mean, we heard the kid's name is William.
Yep.
A more standard name in American culture, I can't think of. Like Mike is pretty basic, but I wouldn't say it's more standard than William. Michael and William pretty much on the same level.
Timothy, Theodore, maybe?
Yeah, John, James, they're all in the same ballpark.
Yep.
He can't figure out what to call his child, and he has some interesting,
I was going to say,
the road is taking him to an interesting place.
Yeah, with William, there's like really 3 options.
Well, there's a little more than that, my friend.
Well, we don't know if we're going to call him William or Billy or Will or Willie, Billy Boy. We're calling him a lot. He's a little boy, but we'll call him out when he gets to be older. But I like one of the reasons why I like William. First of all, it's my dad's name, and second of all, it's the kind of name where you got a lot of nicknames you can pick.
Hold on. Let's think about this. He just went through the basics.
Will, Bill, William.
Billy, Will, Willie. What was it?
I was like, it's William, Will, and Bill. Maybe with Y's on the end.
Yeah, that's all you would realistically have, but that's for the, layman like you and I, not for an expansive mind like Crystalia. These are what he wants his child to be called.
Chilliam. Chili boy. Trillium, which is cool when he gets older. What up,
Hold
Trillium?
on now. Why is that when he gets older?
I think he's thinking
Young man, you have not earned Trillium yet.
Imagine.
You're not cool enough to have a name like that.
Imagine how much of a bummer Crystalia would have been in high school.
Oh my God. He's just a douche. Like, he defines douchebaggery. Let's keep in mind, by the way, this is Craig's favorite comedian. That before on the program.
He's my favorite.
Craig's the only guy in America that says, I like Crystalia's old stuff. Like, I preferred him when he was in his 20s.
Well, I think I said
douche then.
White male black comic was not the worst special I've ever seen. I'll stand by that. But
brave take.
Yeah,
but I like that the name Trillium comes with age. Like a regal, 60-year-old. Finally, you've earned Trillium. That's like when you're sworn into office. Like, what do you want to go by? Well, obviously, Trillium.
Chillium, he's sick.
No, that's for kids. Trillium is for adults.
He's going to have that name when he's hanging out with his boys. He's going to be the dad that tries to go with him.
Well, for many reasons, yes.
Yeah.
Willie my Nilly, probably shouldn't say that, but it's...
Hold on. You shouldn't say it because it's a douchebag thing to say, but what is he implying there?
The N-word?
That can't be it.
No, I think that's 1,000% what it is.
Willie my Nilly? Who would think that's...
That's like for shizzle, my other one.
I mean, that's a ways to go. to make up sounds.
Now you listen, Mike. I speak Dalia, so I know exactly what he's talking about.
to just make up that no one has called him Willie my Nilly yet, and in your mind they're calling him the N-word when they call him that.
I think the chat agrees.
That's crazy.
1,000%, or sorry, 10,000%.
You thought of it, Chris. Why are you making it that?
People tell me to finish my thought. I'm not saying that.
It is. He can pick, and we can pick too. So we don't know what we're going to call him, but William is his name.
Ooh, sweet.
We don't know what we're going to call him, but William is his name. So we're close.
Yeah.
We're close for remedying this issue.
Yeah. My aunt, my cousin was like, "Oh yeah, this is my son Joey." When you first had him, and I go, "What are you gonna call him?" Like, it's pretty obvious what to call them.
We've been racking our brains over this. It's not like the doctors said, "This is William. You have no choice in the matter. You're going with it." And they're like, "Ah, fuck." They didn't think about like, "Hey, if we name the kid William, we'll probably call him."
I hope this William kid grows up and goes, "I want to be called Flynn."
Well, he probably has the right amount of chromosomes.
Yeah.
But, all right, what's next?
Great analogy.
Oh, D'Elia is the king of. Now we're getting into some real D'Elia here, where he has analogies, he has bits, and that's what I like most about Chris's podcast.
First of all, my wife at the end there, her brain, it was like it was filled with just, you name it.
Cheetos.
What is it? The silly putty. She was just so... What? You know who she was like? The right arm. I'm his right. I'm Mr. Sterling everything. I'm his right arm, hand man. I'm his silly rabbit. Is that what he calls you? No.
What?
That was what my wife was.
You guys know that? I mean, now it's kind of dumbed it down for us. Now we understand what he meant.
What the fuck was that?
Go back.
Right arm, hands, man?
He's very clearly saying his wife has pregnancy brain. Like she's out of it. She's a little loopy.
Yeah.
We didn't need, we got it. You know, we were on the journey with him. We understood. And he's like, guys, I'm just not getting my point across here. Let me put it in terms you would understand.
You know who she was like? The right arm. I'm his right. I'm Mr. Sterling everything. I'm his right arm, hand man. I'm his silly.
What does that mean?
Mr. Sterling? The only thing I could think of was Roger Sterling from Mad Men.
Right arm, hand man?
I have no idea.
Okay. I'm just gonna chalk that one up to he just fucked up.
Yeah. Maybe he means John Sterling and his right-hand man, Susan Waldman.
Yes.
Rabbit, is that what he calls you? No. That was what my wife was by the end of it. I would be like, would you like a sandwich? And she'd be like, what's it? What is it? What is that? Oh, well, there's turkey in it. No, what's a sandwich? Dude, it was insane.
Yeah, because she's a dumb bitch. I mean, here's a better example, I think. You know, that's an example. She doesn't know what a sandwich is. She also doesn't think I'm cheating on her constantly. This fucking lump of shit is. I mean, she thinks I go on the road every weekend and my dick goes unscathed. That's how ignorant. How ignorant is she, Chris? This bitch is so ignorant that she believes my Snapchat friends are of age.
She thinks you can somehow save those. This is that a young Jerry Seinfeld?
Well, this is where he gets into some observational. And listen, I've criticized Jerry's stand-up before. Mm-hmm. I apologize, Jerry. It's not easy to do what you do. It's not easy to take an observation and craft it into something people will not only relate to, but laugh at. And I learned that in this clip.
And so, but it's fine, whatever. I realize life's about bigger issues. Who cares? It's just scraping a door. My wife's a beautiful angel. Who cares, right?
She's a warm hole for me to fill.
The day before we go in to get the baby out, whatever they call it, induction, like it's like a hall of fame. Like we're like the baby's getting induced. Women, I'm going in to get induced. Like they caught some fly balls, you know.
Hey, you know what I mean? People? Isn't that annoying?
People fucking listen to this for real.
It keeps going. By the way, he says this is so good. I really gotta keep mining for gold here. But like, you're inducing labor. Has anyone ever thought like, oh, stop congratulating yourself like you're a Hall of Famer?
Is this Jim Florentine?
Listen, bitch, Roger Clemens can't get into the Hall of Fame. You shouldn't, just because you're popping a kid out.
Being told to close our eyes and you'll hear Florentine. Not like
quick side note, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I learned Carl's Florentine fan.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I was ever on WATP, he asked me for like, do you have any suggestions like for a podcast we should do? And I said, Jim Florentine was one of the options I threw out.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, do you mean Chris D'Elia? And I was like, kind of.
Florentine can be, he's very funny on radio, and the roast was very funny. His own podcast just sucks.
You don't need to defend him. Let's get back to.
On the Voss roast, he was unbelievable.
Okay, who's arguing with you?
I'm just arguing.
Deuce, like you're a member of the 40-40 club. Like, not.
No,
dude,
it's not
right.
like that.
It's inducted, you fucking moron, not induced.
It's a different word. He's like, you know what I mean, people? And he's talking about it like we're all like, finally, Chris, thank you for saying it. It's been eating me up inside. No one will talk about this.
She was being induced like she was in the 40-40 club. What a fucking idiot.
It's also like this anger at women that he seems to have. Like, I mean, this bitch, this self-congratulatory bitch, am I right?
Because they fucking ratted on him, dude. Several women ratted on him.
This fucking empty hole, you know? Can you believe she's patting herself on the back for pushing out my son?
Do you know what I had to do for this?
Oh, hey, are you my wife or are you Ricky Henderson, dude? We're going to get induced. No, dude, don't act like you don't act like we're going to Cooperstown, dude.
Who's acting like that? Who is acting like that? Who's like, hey, I'm inducing labor. Get the kids in the car. It's going to be a fun weekend.
I cannot believe Brendan Schaub didn't punch this fucking asshole in the face when he was making fun of his whiskey. Oh, dude, you got a fucking whiskey conglomerate? Come watch my latest show.
Can I tell you a fantastic idea the great Louis J. Gomez had?
Yep.
On Legion of Skanks the other day. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull this off, but the goal, there's some shit in Vegas, like something happened where they're less likely to allow like any sort of fighting. You know what I mean? Like rough and rowdy type shit.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they might not allow that.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do, they came up with this the other day, having Brendan Schaub go in the cage with fans that are wearing Fighter and the Kid Reddit shirts. And they all have to see if they can take him down.
That's unbelievable.
Maybe there'd be some kind of padding involved or equipment or something. But I was like, yes.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable idea.
It would finally be, it's like I willed this Brendan Schaub redemption into existence. If this all happens, I feel like it was like a vision board or something that I had.
You definitely had something to do with it. We got a super chat from Dale Scott, $20. Doesn't say anything.
Thank you, buddy.
Doesn't say anything, but there it is.
These are nice people here. Thank you. Don't even want to say anything. Just throw it in super chats.
I'll just leave your name on the screen for a minute.
All right. So, are we finished with the inducing clip?
Nope.
This jackass.
We have 20 seconds left.
So let's just to refresh everyone's memory. He's saying these stuck-up cunts are always bragging about inducing labor, which I've never heard in my entire life. And he's saying that when you go in to get a C-section, it's kind of like being inducted into Cooperstown.
When you give birth, it's like being recognized as one of the greatest of all time in baseball.
I think that's what Jeter said in his Hall of Fame speech, that my mother told me how good this would feel when it happened.
All those
gifts. Boy, she was right.
I treated all those gift baskets like my kids.
They voted. They're voted. They want to retire my shirt, which is basically your shirt, because that's all I've been wearing for the past 4 months.
This is still going. This is crazy how long he does this bit.
They're gonna hang it up.
It's like he felt it bomb, and he's like, I can turn this around.
Well,
I'll get there eventually.
He's like, I don't know why this is bombing. He's using the wrong fucking word for the premise, idiot.
Let's go back, just because I want you to feel how long it takes to get him off of this topic.
Start the whole video over?
No, not that much. Just,
All right.
Dude,
be reasonable.
They voted. They're voted. They want to retire my shirt, which is basically your shirt because that's all I've been wearing for the past 4 months. They're gonna hang it up. I'm going to get induced, so we go.
That's the end of the clip.
We got it, Chris. He kept trying his best, and believe me, that's not the longest he took on a bit that we have today.
Oh man, is that the next one?
I don't know. What's the next one?
I think it is. It's you wrote, quote, "I wish the impression lasted longer."
Oh well, yes, yeah. Well, that's the thing is, I enjoyed listening. It was so spot on. It's like I always bring up Dan Soder's Winnie the Pooh impression. I think it's so great. Like sometimes I'll just think about it and go back and watch it on YouTube.
It's great.
And he's done it a few times. So there's, like a 20-minute video on YouTube, a compilation. And all I kept thinking is, I wish he would keep going so there would be more of this.
Yeah,
I wish this would never end.
Give me
and it seems like it doesn't.
More.
You've been driving Ray Charles, right? Now, I'm not trying to be a dick.
Oh,
Do you know
hold on. I have to properly set it up because it also sets up the most petty. Can you imagine? This is like OJ criticizing the legal system. He's gotten away with murder. He's gotten away with whatever the fuck he wants with this wife, this airhead wife of his.
Yeah.
And yet, his wife scratched the car. He goes on a 20-minute rant about how women are dumb and terrible drivers, and she's got her head in the clouds, and he's like ripping into her for getting a scratch on their vehicle.
And she just gave birth?
She just gave birth. And while it may be annoying to have a scratched vehicle, let's count the things this woman, Kristen D'Elia, has done. She just gave birth to his second child. And also, she's turned the other way for the litany of adulteries and possibly crimes that he's committed.
That
seems like a ride or die bitch to me, where you can just say, hey, maybe I don't shit on her for the car this time.
So his wife scratched the car, so he's calling her Ray Charles.
Correct, yeah. Which is offensive to me, by the way.
Should be. Should fucking take it out.
You've been driving Ray Charles, right? Now, I'm not trying to be a dick. Do you know what I'm talking about? But just the way you pull in the driveway, Helen Keller is an absolute travesty, okay?
Hold on. Like if Helen Keller could operate a motor vehicle, that would be talk about a miracle worker.
No shit.
Even if pulling into the driveway, all the car gets is a little scratch. I mean, that's truly unbelievable.
You can't see, hear, or talk or anything, and
that's why they should do a sequel if she ever got behind the wheel.
She pulled off a 5-point turn.
You might as well have Stephen Hawking behind the wheel, okay?
Okay, now this is where things get nuts.
Oh, there's video
Buckle
graphics.
Up.
Yeah.
Guys, Craig and I are your co-captains on the hilarity train, and things are about to get a little bumpy. I hope you're all fastened in, because I assume you all know what Stephen Hawking sounds like, right? It's a pretty basic impression.
Oh, it's a Stephen Hawking.
What? It's a classic. It's a classic.
So I just saw the Ray Charles thing, so I assumed it was that.
No, he went after a different disabled man.
That's fucking great.
So buckle up. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope I don't confuse you with this. I'm going to introduce him as Stephen Hawking. It's really a little secret. It's Chris D'Elia. I don't want you to get too confused. But Stephen Hawking, please take it away.
Might as well have Stephen Hawking behind the wheel, okay? Oh, no. I scraped the side. Even he would be aware of it. No, you're right.
Okay, listen. That's fine. I did some, I forget who it was, but I attempted to do a voice earlier and immediately acknowledged it was not very good. Totally fine. You don't have to, it might be natural. A guy like Stephen Hawking, it might be natural to try and do the voice. You fail, no harm done. No harm, no foul. No problem. Let's move on, Chris.
Had much more room next to the bloody guts. I should have pulled more to the right. There were 5 feet.
Okay.
There was so much negative space. And I instead went left.
Hold on. Negative space, that's a science thing.
Right.
You know? That's how you know it's Stephen Hawking. If you were a little confused by the voice, you know it's Stephen Hawking because he said science. He was speaking science there. So you're like, it must be Stephen Hawking. That's classic Stephen, always talking about negative space.
Math equation.
And cut it so close to the gate that the screw sticking out, absolutely obliterated under the door of the Audi RS Q8. The car is so expensive, this will be so much money. Yeah. It's going to be so much money, and also...
Oh, let's not forget that he's still shitting on the wife.
Right. He's saying this is who he's married to.
Yes, you and only you have cost me a bunch of money. Not the legal fees I've endured, not the massive losses in advertising that I've had, not the people that will no longer see me because they think I'm a pedophile. You, Kristen, and your foolish driving, that has cost me money.
He's only married to her because no one will ever marry him again.
Surely, listen, we've heard enough. It's not a perfect impression, but it's going to come to a merciful end soon, I assume.
It will be a challenge, because would you rather fix it yourself or pay the extremely high deductible on this absolute sports / luxury car? Yeah, you're fucked. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. It's Crystalia. I get, they sound so alike, I confuse them. Stephen Hawking was not a robot. He understands that, right?
Well, he was like 10% robot, probably.
I mean, yeah, the voice was robotic. I understand. Yeah. But now he's almost doing like a malfunctioning Stephen Hawking.
You're fucked, husband, and also don't be mad. Yad. Commence water right. Coming up. Commence eyes raining.
Okay, now he's a little confused. Because Stephen Hawking, who they've made a film about, he's one of the greatest minds to have ever lived, by all accounts. Crystalia seems to have confused him with Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder. You made my eyes rain. Stephen Hawking doesn't know what crying is in this scenario, apparently. But surely we're done now, right? That's it?
You being so mad, it's making my eyes rain. So, dude, I won't do it once. I'll do it twice. Anyway.
No, it's not.
It lasts so long.
I know.
That's the problem with this guy doing a show by himself. There's no one to be like, we got it, Chris.
Well, the thing is, too, though, if it was funny, you'd be like, I could listen to that for half an hour.
Well, and that's, again, having someone in the room, you would know it was funny by the laughter it encourages.
Or it's not funny with them going, you still doing that, huh?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Only 9 more minutes of this, eh?
This one's just labeled uh-oh.
Well, this is a little, if I'm the wife,
oh no,
I'm a little disheartened by this because apparently, Chris has, he's paid for his sins. He's lost a lot of friends in the business and opportunities. He was cut out of that movie he was in. And then he had to go to rehab because a documentary came out exposing him that he was still doing all of the shit he was accused of. And so surely now, after going through all of that and just having his second child, and after realizing that he's gone on for 20 minutes shitting all over his wife who just gave birth, surely now he'll think, well, some part of me has to be a good husband here, right?
If he didn't get busted for continuing, I'm pretty sure I would have been on his side. Because up until that point, I was like, you really didn't do anything. If I recall right.
I set up the whole clip, and you want to get into this debate? Just play the clip.
Oh, sorry.
I don't want to go. So, and then I'm looking at these pictures of Coachella, and I see all the hot chicks, and I'm like, well, I want to. Okay, I don't want to. Okay, let's not. But you know what I mean? And then I'm like, okay, well, actually, no. Okay, I'm happy, actually. And
holy fucking shit, dude!
Chris, the mic is on.
Oh my god!
Don't you understand, Chris? We can hear you. Your wife can hear this.
She's like, my wife's blown out in the fucking living room right now. Like, we go to
at least it was a
Coachella.
very convincing "I'm happy."
Oh,
At least that was very believable.
oh my god.
And I'm like, okay, well, actually, no, okay, I'm happy, actually. And
Can we put that in the outro? We need Dalia in the outro.
Yeah, I'm actually happy.
I feel like that's a good one. I'm actually happy.
I'm actually happy. Yeah, definitely. Let's.
okay, well, actually, no, okay, I'm happy, actually. And I'm like, what would it take for me to go to Coachella? I think
They allow 16-year-olds in?
it's just bad. Period. Also, I'm 43, right? Or 40. They still go.
Okay, I want
though.
to hear that period again. Period. It's like he's literally thinking about this in real time. Like, should I cheat on my wife?
Does he think he's talking to like his buddy who's producing this or something?
I don't know who he thinks he's talking to. It's like, yeah, it's like he's with his boys in the fucking green room of the Comedy Store or something, where he's like, should I? I mean, there's gonna be bitches there. Should I cheat on my wife? I don't know.
This is nuts to put out.
It's crazy.
It's weird for anyone to put out. It is fucking nuts for this guy to do this.
Yeah, but for anyone else, it would almost be like, oh, they're playing around. You know, they're kidding, obviously, because they're saying into a microphone. But Chris, time and again, shows he's learned nothing from the experience he's gone through.
Well, plus everyone on some level has had this conversation that he's currently having, but not like of different subjects. But like, oh, should
in their
I?
head.
Yeah. Should I eat the extra whatever? I don't know.
I don't need it. I don't need another slice of pizza. You know? But maybe I do.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I'm a naughty boy today.
This guy, if he was smart, he would never talk about sex again.
Maybe there'll be some 16-year-olds there. I don't know. They're all going to have their phones out. You know what that means. Maybe I'll find their Instagram.
I think there's like 12-year-olds there, maybe. I can start a little earlier. I'm surprised he hasn't moved to a state with the legal age of 16.
Looser laws.
Yeah. I think
Well, he goes to them. He's a traveling comedian. He goes to them.
yeah, because some of the states are 16, right?
He, much like Francis Ellis sang about years ago in that brilliant song that he made, I'm certain that Chris D'Elia knows the age of consent in every state that he goes to.
I'm going to regret having this on my work computer, but I'm going to type youngest age of consent state.
Oh, I think 15 is the youngest in America, according to Francis's song, I believe.
Most of the states start at the age of 16. I thought it was 18 in most. However, Arizona, North Dakota, Oregon, and Virginia have minimum age of 15.
That was in the song. I remember.
That is young. Ugh, that's a fucking freshman if they stay
I like
back
Craig
one
said
year.
it the way Chris D'Elia says it too. That is young.
That was more like young, not young.
Craig meant to say yum.
That is yum. That was funny.
And I'm like, what would it take for me to go to Coachella? I think it's just bad. Period. Also, I'm 43, right? Or 40. They still go though. People fucking live it up in Coachella. They were so mad.
Hold on.
Right?
That was very telling.
Yeah.
I don't think he meant that to come out the way that it did. I'm 43. They still go, though. Who is they, Chris?
Old pedophiles.
Oh, no, I took it as like, they still go. Like, the young people are there, so maybe I should be.
Oh, I thought I took that as an old creepy guy thing. Like
You're probably right.
But
I like to think of it as like, hey, you know, I'm a fisherman.
Yeah.
There's going to be fish there, you know?
You know what, Mike? In a normal situation, I'd be like, no, I'm going to put my foot down on this. He meant old guys. But here, I really can't do that.
I'm a fisherman. I can't ignore a sunny day with no wind, you know? That's how I feed my family.
3, right? Or do 4, 40. They still go though. People fucking live it up in Coachella. They were so mad, like rioting because of what's his name didn't have the merch. Frank Ocean. Wow, so Mexican. Hey, you like that guy Frank Ocean, right? When he drives around in his Chevy.
It's racist. That wasn't enough for you.
Oh, how can I save myself from this embarrassing sex talk?
I know what'll dig me out. Let's do a Mexican accent.
Let me recite Matt Rife's intro.
Wow, so Mexican. Hey, you like that guy Frank Ocean, right? When he drives around in his Chevy. So I don't really know anything about Coachella, to be brutally honest with you guys.
That's him covering it up. I don't know that there's young people there. I have no idea.
That would be like if right now I said, I don't really know anything about Chris D'Elia, to be honest with you. You just did 40 minutes on it. What are you talking about?
I just had a thought. This guy can't get canceled any more than he has been.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just go down that like that impression route? Like go way over the line on shit. You're fine.
What do you mean?
Like he could just do like the racial jokes that like aren't allowed anymore.
Okay, that's not what I thought you were talking about.
What'd you think I meant?
Just rape kids.
Oh. No.
I mean, he's already. What bad is going to happen to him now?
No, I didn't mean he should rape kids.
Just fucking embrace it, man. Be yourself.
If I did mean that, Chris would be like, call me and be like, dude, you're like my biggest advocate, man.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, dude.
Super chat us if you agree that that's what it sounded like Craig meant.
No, he didn't, dude. He should cross. I mean, he cross line as a comedian. He's already gone there as a person.
Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't care about getting canceled again or anything. I don't think that's his biggest issue, certainly.
No.
You just go for it, man.
Why doesn't he just throw shit at the wall?
Be
You know,
your truest self. What are they gonna do to you?
Not what I meant.
Go to town, buddy. You like what you like. Don't let them kink shame you.
Remember Louis C.K.'s bit about Mounds bars? You know what he's talking about. All right. This is this is a long one.
Is this the last D'Elia one?
Yeah, I love when this happens.
Let's all catch our breath. So, first of all, I watched this entire episode. Granted, for my own mental health, I did hit the 15-second fast forward button a few times. Mm-hmm. I'll admit that.
Yep. But
the episode, as I mentioned earlier, is titled The Hardest I've Ever Laughed in My Life.
You're just trying to find it.
I couldn't for the life of me find it anywhere. This is the only time he went on a laughing spree. It can't be this. Because it's not like he says, wow, I'm really cracking. He doesn't acknowledge that it's the hardest he's laughed or anything. It can't be this, but the only evidence would be that it is this, the hardest I've ever laughed. So I just want everyone to be prepared. We're going on a journey. Get your water, get a couple of protein bars, maybe some nuts, some healthy snacks, because we're going to be on a long one today. This could take a while.
Bro, he's going to get off because he's just going to be like, nah, it's a joke. I just want to see how long, man. This is hilarious, dude, for YouTube, man. It's going to be for YouTube, my first YouTube.
He's talking about a bit. I'm sorry, he's talking about a news story. I didn't fully understand. There's some hitman parody site, like they got into trouble, so they're saying that they're a parody or something. I didn't really give a fuck about the news story, but that's the gist of what he's talking about. He's talking about this news story where like this website is saying that trying to use parody law to get out of some like being hired for hitman activity.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we are. So you have the full scope of his
gotcha.
His rant here.
Principled Uncertainty says Chris looks like a vegan rocker, and that's exactly what he looks like.
Bro, he's gonna get off because he's just gonna be like, nah, it's a joke. I just want to see how long, man. This is hilarious, dude, for YouTube, man. It's gonna be for YouTube, my first YouTube. Hey, Josiah, outsource it.
Oh,
A headshot, you know? No pun intended. So here's my headshot under special gills. It says beatboxing. And I know you want me to kill a guy, but check this out.
Okay, hold on. Get ready. Because this is going to last a while. He's making fun of the guy, I guess under special skills it says beatboxing. That sends Chris on this rant. I couldn't believe it as I was watching.
Honestly,
and it's evidently, by all accounts, the hardest he's ever laughed in his life is in a room by himself talking about this.
I will say, if he beatboxes for the next minute without stopping, I might have to pull what you did with Shab with him.
Well, there's some stopping, but very little.
There's no stopping.
It's just to take a breath.
Special gills, it says beatboxing. And I know you want me to kill a guy, but check this out. Dude, when beatboxers do that part, I'm out. I can't do it, but when they're like, that part's cool, or the that part, but when they go, I'm out, dude.
Keep in mind, so far, nothing is begged for him to do this.
I don't know what's funny yet.
The focal point of this story is not that the guy was a beatboxer. He just saw the word beatboxing somewhere in this news article and goes on this rant.
Dude. You know, no music does that. Dude, when they hit that shit, it's always some fucking. It's always when you're in fucking. When you're in elementary school, it's always somebody, one of the older kids, and he's got bad breath and shit. Just, and you're like, oh god damn, that smells plastic. Wow, Quadir, yeah, he does it well.
Have you ever made yourself laugh in that fashion?
No.
You know, like, I'm sure people can. I'm sure you can find plenty of instances where, like,
I'm for sure I'm a self giggler all the time.
Laughed at my own jokes or something like that.
Yeah.
But in this way, where he's composed and then stops.
Dude.
Right back to the bit he's doing.
It's the fakest laugh.
That's where, like, I always hesitate to say people have a fake laugh because everyone accuses me of that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not true. Like, anytime people say that, I'm like, no, I think, like, they always say a fake laugh on Kirk's show. I'm like, I think the show's funny. This is him in a room by himself. What's happening that he thinks this is this funny?
Well, the reason...
And we're far from over.
Mike, have you ever laughed that hard and stopped on a dime?
I haven't. And it's also weird to call the episode the hardest I've ever laughed, because it seems like he's acknowledging, like, this is the hardest he's ever laughed. He's a professional comedian.
But what I'm saying too,
he works at the legendary Comedy Store.
That's why I think it's all fake, dude. You don't laugh that hard and just go like, wah! Anyway, I was at the grocery store and like,
I think you zeroed in on it. I do think it is fake.
Yeah.
My God, don't get close to him when he does it. Dude, if you're the only new tasting.
So at every laugh, I think it's done here, right? Like, this laugh is the last one, I think.
Oh my God.
And time and again, I'm proven wrong.
The only new, just say beef jerky. Wow, man.
What about that? Just saying the words beef jerky. Why is he laughing at that?
I don't know.
He's going, this seems like troubling, like psychotic.
Yeah.
You know, I think based on the other episodes we've watched, I think if we watched him every week, we'd just be like, oh, this is what he does on here, I guess. But it seems like a man who needs therapy.
Yeah.
Like a man who's unhinged.
Didn't he stop going to therapy? Didn't he say? He's like, I didn't think I needed it.
I don't know. I mean, I know he went to rehab.
Oh, or he didn't want to go to therapy? God damn, Brendan Schaub needs to punch this dude's lights out.
Yeah, Brendan, you're too good for this guy.
Yeah.
That's how good a friend Brendan Schaub is, though. Never
Yeah.
forget.
We're the best of his friends.
Oh, fuck, man. Dude, everyone's such a fucking moron in this life. For anyone to judge anyone is insane, dude. And this guy's just
I will say, this clip is proof of that. If that's the point he's trying to prove, I think he's done it in this moment.
You know who's a bigger moron? Chris D'Elia.
I would say so.
It's just funny that this dude's got his past of
But who's he making fun of?
The guy from the
boxers in general,
the fucking the Hitman thing or whatever. But
yeah, but we have no evidence. Like, I guess it said beatboxer under special skills. That could be a lie. It could be a joke. I have no idea what it is.
But isn't that
he's gone on this rant criticizing the man's beatboxing when that's not the story. We've never heard him beatbox, and he's coming up with things like the guy has bad breath. And he does some grunting noise. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Yeah.
How much time do we have left in this clip?
I have to rewind it actually a little, but like 15 seconds.
That's an eternity.
We've listened to some of this 15
That's
seconds
an eternity when it's this.
Man. Dude, everyone's such a fucking moron in this life. For anyone to judge anyone is insane, dude. And this guy's just you're trying to rent.
That's just a little, hey, no one judge anyone for anything they do. You know what I mean? No one should judge. If you look at their text messages and their Snapchat history, and who they take into hotel rooms and green rooms on the road, you shouldn't judge that person. This is not a transparent message. This just goes for everyone.
At rent, dude.
That's it.
Oh, that was exhausting.
Oh,
but that's what he does. Like I've said this many, many times about Gilbert and Artie, where they could they could drag a bit forever. You know, they could really draw everything they could out of like one joke,
right?
And kind of drag it so that like it's not funny for a minute and then it becomes funny again.
Yep.
I think that's what Chris tries to do with literally every subject he touches. Because that's what the whole show is. That's what that impression was that we heard. This beatboxing bit. It's wild. It's crazy.
There's no succeeding in this.
It's a weird thing to do alone, to laugh that hard.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like I said, I've been accused of having a fake laugh or self-laughing, but it's never in the episodes I've done alone.
Right.
You never turned on More on Money and heard me, woo, the markets today, baby.
Dude. Fucking goddamn.
So that's our Chris D'Elia update. I hope everyone enjoyed. I'll try to keep a closer eye on him as we move forward. It's tough. It's tough to consume that content every week. So I try my best.
Oh, well, that's what I'm saying, dude. When you send me those videos and there's that many clips, I'm like, oh, that poor guy. I have to watch that whole thing.
Do we, before we get to any super chats and anything else we need to get to, do you have time for our old friend, Madge Foley?
Of course I do.
So for any newbies out there, go back. There's an episode. I believe that's the title of the episode, right?
Madge Foley. Yeah. Might have been like a year ago.
Yeah, well, probably over the summer, whenever like the new SNL cast was announced.
Yeah.
We talked about their new non-binary cast member, which I'm sure that aspect had a lot of people up in arms. You know, they hired some non-binary person. How could they do that? But the part that I found much more interesting was that it is not just a Chris Farley impression, an impression of one specific aspect of Chris Farley. And, the name we gave it might have given it away. But let's see if you guys can figure out what we meant in this clip. Amazing in a sketch that refers to her crotch at least 3 times.
Too bad that's not attached at the neck.
Oh, that seems harsh. I'm sure she's a lovely lady or whatever.
Oh, that's funny.
How do you say, like I just said, lovely lady, and that's wrong, I guess, right?
What
do you say?
A new one I saw was they bees.
That seems offensive.
No. Like,
They made that up?
psychotic parents that have a little boy are like, there's no gender, even though there's a penis. They call them
babies. Yeah.
Are they bees instead of babies?
Yeah, but I'm saying, how would you refer to one, like young man or young woman? Young what are they?
Hey, young.
I'm just I'm actually asking, like, what would that be?
Technically, it would be that, right?
It can't be.
They, them.
That can't be right.
Young that.
I mean, grammatically, it seems like you're right, but that can't be
it. And gabies.
That's real. I've heard that one too.
Gabies?
Yeah.
For real?
I don't think the kids are gay. I've heard people like kids of gay parents or something.
That seems like you're just asking for them to get shit at school by bullies.
I've heard it more on like sitcoms that are being silly,
imagine if when you were in middle school and someone walked in and was like, "Hi, I'm a gaby."
Yeah,
that would have been the end.
I'm trying to think of what show I'm actually referring to, but I can't remember. Doesn't matter.
You're not.
All right, folks. Any? Should we go to any final super chats before we wrap up here?
There is not any.
Well, I'll stall as long as I can. Feel free to get them in.
Yeah, we have to hit 1,000 before we sign off here.
Yeah, I need $9,000 before I stop broadcasting. No pressure. Obviously, it's how we monetize the channel because I don't think we're gonna get too much advertising. So hopefully, super chats make up for that. But never spend money you don't have or feel like you shouldn't.
Yeah, it's just an option.
Pay for. We had. Someone new signed up for the Patreon. I assume they were just like fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
On WATS last night, they asked about Quincy. What tier do I have to be on for Quincy? And I said it's $10 and up. And they were like, "Oh, you charge? Like, not everyone gets all the stuff."
What?
And they were like, they said, "Oh, like you're like Shuley." They were comparing me to Shuley. Now, from context, I assume it was just a joke. But I was like, isn't that what you're supposed to do? Have more content for the higher tiers?
Yeah, it's also maybe the only piece of content that we don't actually put out for free eventually.
The bonus, why are you laughing?
Yeah, but I mean, like those don't happen as often.
A couple times a month.
Yeah.
We got to do a couple this week, by the way.
Oh, interesting.
But anyways, my point is, if you want to subscribe to the Patreon, support the show, feel free, no pressure. We appreciate you guys. And if you want to just support the show for free, there's ways to do that as well. That would be Apple, Spotify, Google Play, YouTube that you're on right now, possibly. Subscribe to all of those. Leave a 5-star review or tap the notification bell.
Yeah.
All the stuff that every podcast tells you to do to get us in the algorithm, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
And the easiest way to find all those links is blindmike.net. So if you want to go there, check it out. We appreciate it. And, like I said, for more shock jockery, I'm sure they're going to attack Molly Kearney this week. On Very Good Show.
No.
There's a lot of wackiness.
No. Tim's new punishment is he's from between his knees and
I only drink Coors Lights on Very Good Show.
Yeah, no, that's Jerry's show. We don't do any. Yeah, I guess not on VGS either because Tim couldn't go on a gay website for 30 minutes. So now he's getting his ass waxed. Classic shock jock stuff.
That is, yes.
Yeah, so we're going we're going to film that for the Patreon.
If you want to think it's 25 years ago, go check out Very Good Show.
Yep. And on Patreon this week, we had Mike Harris's first and second time on the show ever, which was funny to listen back to. So,
were those not up before?
They got taken down in the Mike Harris, I might get in trouble purge. So now.
Did he allow you to put them up?
I don't know. They're up.
Well, no one tweet at him and tell him.
He keeps flirting with everyone. Like he keeps making it sound like he's going to come on soon. So we'll see.
What a tease.
They're calling for him, dude. They fucking hate Tim right now.
I feel like a fool paying for my entire seat because I'm only using the edge.
But yeah, verygoodShow.org. Listen to the show for free. If you like it, maybe then go to the Patreon. We'll appreciate you. The chat's fun. Live streams are fun.
All right. Well, thank you guys for supporting the show. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Anything else before we get out of here?
Nope.
We'll see you next time.
And we have a mean transition.
Sappers clear the way. Airborne all the way.
If I tell you you've got a homicide, buddy, you've got a homicide.
I hope to hear from you soon.
I am proud to own the Trumpy Bear, and I will always be proud to be an American.
Until then, have yourself a great day, and as always, rock on.
Stop the baloney, huh?
What kind of statement is that?
I wrote it. One of my favorite players to cover when he was here was Mike Vrabel. Tell me Mike Vrabel's story.
Piss on him. All right.
Stop, my belly hurts.
What's that, sir?
Can you please kindly F off, please?
Anyway, God bless America.